I've run 40 major conferences and invented about 4 or 5. And I created the TED conference, the TED Med conference, the EG conference, the California 101 conference. I ran the first Federal Design Assembly International Design Conference in Aspen, the AIA conference, TED City in Canada. I've done a lot of conferences. I'm trying to hone my craft. I'm trying to figure out why something works. What do you do? How do people talk to one another? What can I create that isn't boring? Because I'm bored out of my head when I go to conferences. I hate being spoken to. I hate education. I love learning. But I believe some of innovation is about subtraction. There was a great movement called the Bauhaus, which was about subtraction. When I first did the TED conference, I subtracted panels, white men in suits, CEOs, politicians. I subtracted the lectern. I subtracted long speeches. I created the 18-minute speech, no introductions. I subtracted things. So I thought, what else can I do to make a gathering more interesting and subtract some more things out? So I decided to subtract out presentations and time. And I've decided to have the most extraordinary people that I know, the most extraordinary people I know. I pair them, I pose a premise to them, and they go into intellectual jazz, into improvised conversation. They don't show a book they've done, they don't show something on the screen. They just start talking to each other. I've experimented with it and it works. And every so often, I have improvised music. And Herbie Hancock and Yo-Yo Ma are my musical directors. If my musical directors are Yo-Yo Ma and Herbie Hancock, you know the presenters are spectacular. It's high risk. I subtract time because when I'm tired of listening to them, I pull them off stage. It might be after 10 minutes or 50 minutes, so there's no schedule. I'm going to see how it works, and it's an experiment on how people can get closer to telling the truth. I'm an unusual choice to win the Lifetime Achievement Award. The classic way people achieve things in this world, let's talk about the Army. You start as a private, and you work your way up within the Army to general. You start in a corporation, you start in the mailroom, you work your way up to become CEO. You might come in the middle if you go to business school, right? But you work your way up within a certain silo. My silo is this way. And I have not chosen, it's sort of chosen for me that I am so curious about so many things that my passion is this silo that runs horizontal, showing the linkages between talking to somebody and conversation and graphic design and designing furniture, designing how people gather in meetings, starting out as an architect, getting into archaeology, into the design of sports, the design of humor, the design of speaking, the design of my life. So my expertise is the design of my life. I've done 80-some books, but they're on different subjects. They're on medicine, they're on cartography, map making, they're on information theory, but I see them all as the same thing. I see them as the map, the pattern, the diagram that connects them horizontally. That makes me a strange choice and a brave choice on their part to get somebody, to choose somebody who didn't work their way up. Classically, you do a book because you have expertise in the subject. My books I do because I don't understand the subject, and the book is the journey from not knowing to knowing. I am passionate about my ignorance. I am passionate about filling up that black hole of ignorance to understand something. I think that's why I got the award.